Everything you do shape your reality. And everything you don't do shape your illusion. If you understand this, you understand all. You tend to live in the illusion. Not the reality. Because everything you do is mundane, is boring. So your reality is boring. Therefore, you seek help from everything you don't do, from social media, from daydreaming. To be able to live your life with the illusion that you create for yourself. Otherwise, the moment you are out of these stimulants for your brain, you almost cannot tolerate your boredom. You cannot tolerate your reality. But life starts when you do things. Life happens when you do things. Reality shifts when you do things. Reality becomes interesting. Reality becomes juicy when you do something. When you don't, your reality is boring. When you don't, you seek instant gratification from entertainment. All the brain hacks that give you dopamine without doing anything, give you reward without doing anything. Your biology give you dopamine based on certain survival factors, and after that it gives you dopamine for higher level consciousness activity, love, caring, sharing, all of these things. But we rigged our brain in a way that the dopamine release for all these activities is not cutting it in our life. No one really wants to feel love because it's hard to first get to there. And then after you get there, you don't know what to do. Because the dopamine level that you receive from love, simply a relationship, is not as good as when you play video games. Because that's just there, instant gratification, dopamine release, even better than love. Why would I want to fall in love when I can play video games? At some point in life, no matter when, but at some point in life, you need to get to a point that you drastically change your life. It happens to everyone. Most people ignore it. Most people don't answer the calling because they are already so deep in life, so deep in misery, in suffering, that is coming out of it is almost impossible. You have a wife, perhaps children, you have a job, you have parents, siblings, partners. All these people already reliant on you. So you're like, what's the point of change? I might be able to change myself. How can I change all these people that know me? That's where most people ignore it. And there are other percentage of humanity, they ignore it because they're depressed. They don't have anybody. They are isolated, lonely, but they are just also fine with it. And that's unfortunate. Because that's where you fall in love with the dopamine release when you get from different substances. So you never really get to go deeper or access higher levels of consciousness by understanding other human feelings. How does it feel like to be loved, or how does it feel like to love someone? Do not ignore this life shift. Do not ignore. You might ignore it today, you might ignore it tomorrow, you might ignore it the day after tomorrow, but be aware of it. Because every single day, at every single moment in your life, you have the chance to change. You have the chance to transition. You have the chance to transmute whatever exists to whatever that doesn't exist. Be available to this calling. Be available to this possibility every day. And that can happen by meditation. Simply put up 1 minute meditation during your day that remind you of what's the point. Remind you that you want to do something. Remind you that you have to do something. Then perhaps one day the shift, the transition, the move that you need happens because you're available to it, because you are there to change, because you are there to do something. And when you do things, do it only for yourself. Don't do it for others. The moment you catch yourself that you are doing something for the sake of others, observe it. Sometimes you need to do it for the sake of others. Sometimes you have a partner, sometimes you're in a relationship, sometimes you have a job, sometimes you have children. But be aware of it, that this is your experience. Make it about yourself, no one else. Even your children. Don't make it about your children. Best parents are the ones that they don't make their life around their children. The moment you make your life around your child, you ruin the life for the child and for yourself. Or maybe your parents, your partner, your friends, they expect something from you. Ask them not to expect anything from you. And you do the same thing in return. Do not expect anything from anyone. If you really want to grow, if you really want to become that individual that can handle anything in front, do not expect. Expectation only brings disappointment. How did we start this video? The things that you do shape your reality, and the things that you don't do shape your illusion. I think that's a very nice title. Don't live in that illusion. Don't live in your head. Don't live in the spiritual world. Live in the physical world. Live in the physical world and be a spiritual. Living in the spiritual world is dangerous. Living in your head is dangerous. You're not ready for it. No matter how much you want to think that you are ready for it and you are way past beyond all of your blockages, way past beyond all of your worldly desires. You know what I'm talking about. It's not so easy to be over the worldly desires. But why not tend to the worldly desires and be a spiritual, act a spiritual, love a spiritually? I think I will leave you now because my camera seems like going off. Not enough battery.